For this video, I will point out what's missing from Trump's speech to Hurricane Helene victims. So let's get started. Here's the first clip.
Hurricane Helene turned out to be a big one, like just about the biggest that anyone's seen. I spoke with all of the relief people, all of the people that do this for a living and do this at least to help, and they said they've never seen one this bad.
I watched this whole thing, so I will just come out and say it. What I found missing right up front from this display is that Trump never mentioned anything about geoengineering. Nothing about saying we need to stop geoengineering before it wrecks us all. Think he doesn't know weather modification exists? Please, of course he does. Even his buddy RFK Jr. is aware of the subject. RFK Jr. had a discussion with Dane Wigington about a year ago. Did RFK Jr. go to Trump and say, "Oh no, Trump, we have to stop geoengineering or we will all suffer the consequences"? Of course not. But he wouldn't have to. Why are people still making excuses for this man as if he's going to save them from the left? Both the right and the left are both aware of this subject. Yet, they keep people focused on elections as if they mattered. And check out my video on RFK Jr. and geoengineering if you think he's going to save you from that. Now for the next clip.
They don't have communication. They don't have anything right now. We're trying to. I just spoke to Elon. I'm getting him. We want to get Starlink hooked up because they have no communication whatsoever. And Elon will always come through. We know that.
Well, here he brings in his fellow Luciferian buddy Elon Musk, calling for Starlink to be used. This situation can act as a promo for Starlink. People will see that it is working while all of the ground communication equipment is knocked out. A great selling point for some. So it didn't take much for me to find that the Biden administration is going to use Starlink also. People still in the right-left paradigm will say that Biden is just copying Trump because of the election. Wrong again, people. Both sides actually carry the same agenda. Each of these characters carry a different part of this reset plan. Some of them carry the same parts. On to the next clip.
And we'll be back again soon. We'll continue to help until you're bigger. I say bigger, better, stronger than ever before. But again, you can't.
When I heard this, it almost sounds like he's saying build back better. Trust me, Trump is aware that we are going through a reset. He's not fighting it. He's a part of it. All right, next clip.
And I want to thank again Franklin Graham and everyone at Samaritan's Purse. You people are fantastic, by the way.
Well, of course, Franklin Graham is hanging around Trump. He is one of them. He may use the name of Jesus, but so does Osteen. Years ago, when I was still in the right-left paradigm, I liked Franklin Graham. However, 2020 changed a lot for me. Trump brought in warp speed and Graham was there to help push the injections. Both are still big supporters of the poison syringe. Graham and his Samaritan's Purse were also involved in Lahaina's supposed recovery. While the citizens weren't allowed to go back to their homes and see what was left, guess who was? That's right, Samaritan's Purse. Yet, people still think these two are among the good guys. Never forget, just like the September 2001 event. Next clip.
For the incredible partnering and work that they've done, not only here, but all the time. They always seem to be the first ones at areas that need help.
Notice how Trump has been spending a lot of time in Georgia lately. Weren't Kemp and Trump against each other back then, and now they're buddies? This is another part of Satanism I call the fake feud. People pretending to be against each other when in reality they both serve the same master. It's divide and conquer. But now, as expected, the feud is gone. He mentions that North Carolina got hit hard. Well, many have noticed that there's something special about North Carolina. You see, lithium deposits are there. The government and corporations want to mine there. However, there were people protesting the idea. I guess the powers that be won't have to worry about that now. And for those that still think Trump and Elon are your heroes, keep in mind that Elon is helping build the electric kingdom. He is building a lithium refinery in Texas. You really think he isn't going to benefit from lithium mining in North Carolina or anywhere else? With the people out of the way, he will profit. He is even telling people to invest in lithium, that it's like gold. He has a website for this. Even Sarah Huckabee of Arkansas. Why, she's a conservative's conservative. She's the daughter of a pastor. But just type in her name and lithium mining into the search bar, and what do you see? Her and Exxon get along real well. Yet, for some reason, the red state types think it's only the blue states trying to get people into electric cars and the electric kingdom. Wrong again. Both the right and the left are pushing for lithium mining. Why do you think that is? I have a music video with clips about lithium mining if you want to check it out. Lithium is a key component in this coming electric control grid. Don't be deceived. The Satan-worshipping Elon Musk told the Trump crowd he's dark MAGA. So he must be one of the good guys. Trump said he would try to get Elon to use his Starlink to help people in the affected areas. So, here are some questions. Since Space Force is a product of the Trump administration, why didn't Biden write an executive order disbanding the new military branch, if they hate each other so much? Why does the Biden team want to use Starlink if Elon supports Trump? Wouldn't that make Trump look good? One would think he would reject his services. It's not like they're interested in helping people anyway. And while I'm thinking about executive orders, while Trump was president, why didn't he get rid of Obama's executive order on a government takeover during a state of emergency? I believe the EO number was 13063. And don't forget, Starlink is being used in the Ukraine war. Most conservatives are not happy with sending money or equipment to Ukraine. I have heard Trump side with those people. So there's a conflict of interest, isn't there? Shouldn't Trump tell Elon to stop that? Stop helping Biden's war in Ukraine? Oh no, wait. Zelensky showed up recently and spoke to Trump. Trump would love to help Zelensky. Surprise, surprise. But people still think the election matters. But back to the subject of Helene. You know who also showed up to donate money to the victims of Helene? Dolly Parton. I just did a video on her. You know Dane Wigington of Geoengineering Watch talked to Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard about helping them get the word out about geoengineering? They declined. You see, you don't get to the top unless you make the deal, even for country stars. So Willie and Merle can't go against their master. Did Dolly warn people about geoengineering while she was standing in front of the Walmart? Of course not. She is one of them also. And don't forget, Walmart is a part of the depopulation plan also. There's a reason why they put in self-checkout and curbside service. After the next coming biological event, life will never go back to normal. Trump is a part of the depopulation plan also. He brought us warp speed. This staged court stuff on Trump is just something to get people riled up about. Nothing was ever going to happen to him, but people got upset anyway. He should be on trial for the harm and death caused by the poison injections that he is still proud of today. Here's another aspect of the Helene aftermath that disgusts me. I listened to Alex Jones, Michael Adams, and others. They suggest that the hurricane was steered into these states because of the majority of those people were going to vote for Trump. They made the disaster about the election, and people believe them. What insane nonsense. The goal is depopulation and pushing the electric kingdom. And Trump is a part of those goals. Trump signed executive orders on biometrics and artificial intelligence. He also signed the 5G and Beyond bill. And as I mentioned, he pushed through warp speed. And guess what? The Biden administration isn't stopping any of that. They are a part of that agenda also. Just look at his bills and executive orders. Good grief. Michael Adams said if Trump were president when Helene hit, he says the left would have treated him like George Bush when Katrina hit. Pure insanity. My gosh. So much is wrong with that thought process. Here's the problem. The left was correct about Hurricane Katrina being steered into New Orleans. So is he saying the left were wrong to say that about Bush? Is he saying it's wrong to say a hurricane can be steered? Is he saying that if Trump were president when Helene hit, it wouldn't have been manipulated? That it's just leftist lies? Do you see the problem with the right-left paradigm? When Trump was president, geoengineering was going on also. What did the right say then? I remember when Katrina hit. I was a Bush supporter at the time. I remember Rush Limbaugh saying that the left thought George Bush steered the hurricane into New Orleans. At the time, I thought lefties were dumb to suggest that. Now I know better. Hurricanes can be manipulated and steered. Geoengineering has been going on for decades. No president has ever come out and warned the public about that, right or left. That includes Trump, and yes, he knows about it. Then there's Steve Quayle. He warns people about artificial intelligence, calling it alien intelligence, saying it is from the fallen angels, that it will cause all these systems to become demonically possessed. Guess what? I agree with him on these points. But then he starts pushing the same old line about Trump as the others. He will go along with the false idea that the deep state is after Trump. Wrong again for these people. Trump supports artificial intelligence. The deep state wants artificial intelligence. They both serve the same master. So when listening to people like this, start listening for their inconsistencies in logic. Anyway, this video is kind of a rant, so thanks for watching. May Jesus be with you.